Gere Burkina Bere Bulizai. Bille mille guarda madane jo mili mia. Maya en Mido jugali mjelo. Jimense da kodense da eba ni absatu. Kojoro rukyatu mili mina. Kofumi hultanta ammaton. Ko amma woni hultanta geta. Yuzi yuzu woni mauni Lord anejo. This is Jimol from Launiel, Launiel Borgene. Launiel Borgene was a singer in Niger in the 90s. I think he died in the 2000s. But he did have he did his thing. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, Bandirabe I am on my way to Cleveland, Ohio. I'm going to film. I have a shoot there tomorrow. And as you can see, my filming gear is always with me, man. Oh, it's so heavy, I cannot even lift it. I'll leave it there, but it's sitting right here. I've been driving for an hour and a half. I just did a Facebook Live on Facebook, obviously, and I said let me just switch to YouTube because I have another hour, and I'm gonna do and try to do a YouTube Live. And on Facebook, I was talking about why and how our language is in danger. Hala meden no majan, hala meden no halkam. Dem galmen gal halkan. If we don't promote our culture, if we don't promote our language, Akim Sise, Fofo Mara, Jamgonda, man, come on the live, man, come on the live. I feel like we've been chatting. If you want to come on the live, just let me know. I think I can do it. I never did it actually, but I think it's possible. If you have questions, you want to come on the live, we can discuss things. We can do that. We can make it happen, man. We can make it happen. So I was talking about how our language, Demgal Meden, is very much in danger for for three main reasons. The first reason is that we have beautiful women, and this is like a curse in itself. C'est le couteau à deux tranchants. So we have a lot of full Europe are very beautiful, and a lot of and many times, a lot of the times, Habe, which is it could be Hausa, it could be Zarma, it could be whatever we call Kado. They want to marry beautiful women, and this is a fact. I'm not making this up. Okay. So when they marry these beautiful women, they what do you say? I met many Fulbe from Niger who don't speak Fulfulde. Yes, exactly. Because Fulfulde they're not on Maja, Fulfulde they're not on Maja, Sanne, Dokoyawi, and it's very fast. It's disappearing very fast, like very swiftly. So when these have marry our beautiful sisters, because it's a fact we cannot deny that Fulbe have the most beautiful women in one of the most beautiful women in Africa anyway. We have Rebe with very long neck, and I was saying it on the Facebook live also. The way to know if a woman is beautiful is through the neck. If you see a woman with a long neck, that's a beautiful woman, and that's what Fulbe have. And on the other hand, if you see Debo, if you see a woman and the neck is like this, she has no neck. Dumko wana Debo, dumko gari. Wallahi dumko gorko. There's almost an accident here, so I don't know. This Tesla almost ran into this car. So yeah, I mean, this is what God gave us, right? It's not our fault if we have beautiful women. I think in the past there have been some maybe métissage, like mix with maybe Arabs. I don't know. We have to look into that. Was there a huge mix between Fulbe and Arab? Um, but either way, we have beautiful women, and they want to marry into Fulbe. And once they take that beautiful Pula Debo into their house, and they have these beautiful kids, because they want the beautiful kids, but they don't want the Fulbe. They want the beautiful kids. So sometimes, and I'm not saying all of them, I don't want to be quoted. I don't want to be shown on Facebook tomorrow preaching hatred against Harvey or something. No, I'm just talking about a fact, and that we or us as Fulbe, we need to kind of, notice that. We need to take a look at that. So when they get this beautiful Debo Pullo in their home, and they have this beautiful sukabe, wodu be sukabe, mutyu be sukabe, bodu be sanne. What is this Khalil Ado saying? Bandira no mbada no Julde Laya went well. Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah. I killed my own balu, my own lamb. So they ask the Pulo Debo not to speak her language to the kids because they don't want their kids to actually learn Fulfulde, but they want the benefit of having a beautiful woman, but not the benefit of the language. So that's why a lot of times you see Fulbe Robe, Fulbe Robe in their home, they speak Zabarma. Damn. Okay, I was gonna do the thing, Akim. I was gonna do the same DNA test and see what it says. So, so, so 13% North African. Okay, so 13% Arab, and 7% Europe. Oh wow. And the rest is West Africa. What's the percentage of Niger? Does it say like a percentage of Niger? I'm gonna do mine and we can compare. I'm sure we related anyway, even though you are a Cisse. Cisse, I think the Cisse they come from Mali. Wow, that is really cool that you did that, man. I always wanted to do that because I really need to know. There's nothing worse than not knowing, man. Not knowing is we cannot forgive that, you know. Like Kampate Ba say, if you don't know that you don't know, you will never know. But if you know that you don't know, you should know, you know. So yeah, so that was the number one reason why Fulfulde is hey, not to be loved. 27% Nigerian. Okay, but where's the rest? Are you American or are you from another African country? What are you? What is your nationality? Okay, it says Nigeria. Okay, I don't think they have Niger. Yeah, because Nigeria is like a million people, so that's the sample will come from. Okay, American. Oh yeah, not beloved. American, land of free, home of the brave. Man, this is America. That's what I say too. Land of free, home of the brave. Until you come here and you realize that it's not really free. But that's a subject for another discussion, right? Yeah, you are free until in America until you're not. And I refuse to come to America and be a slave because I'm a Pulo Duro. Pulo Duro, we like to herd the cows. We roam around. We like free people. And here's the example: I'm traveling somewhere. We don't like to sit in one place. And people who don't sit in one place, it's very hard to control them. Because the moment you ask them to do something crazy, man, they just pick up and they go. Yeah. So America is land of free, home of the brave. But I always say that with a little grain of salt, right? With a little bone that I have to pick with America, United States of America. The greatest thing that America ever did is convincing the rest of the world that they are the best place. Like the best thing that America did is marketing. That's it. Through marketing, they convinced the rest of the world that this is it. This is the shit, man. Man, come to America, man. The American dream. You know? Akim, where in Niger are you from? My family is from Sai. Ah, Sai, Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Onongoni linde fulbe alfa mamman jobo. Okay. Me, my family is from Ladaneji. Adandi Ladaneji. Sise. Do you know Ladaneji? Ladaneji is in Birni Bayero. Even though people change it and say Birnin Gaure. You know why they say Birnin Gaure? They don't want to say Birnin Bayero. Because Pulo Bayero, Gorko Bayero, he fought and he killed Isa Korombe. Isa Korombe was the king of Birni until Bayero. Bayero we adunka warata. O minani misalake. Isa Korombe la matakule didikase. He went and he killed Isa Korombe, and even today, the testicles of Isa Korombe is hanging in the palace in Birni. He killed it. He killed him. He cut his testicle and he hung it in his palace. It's still there, man. It's still there. One day I gotta go and visit and do a video about it because I think it's important that we talk about the culture. Birningaure, yes. Birningaure is that's what they wrote, but it used to be it's supposed to be Birnin Bayero because Bayero was the king, and before that I guess it was just Birni when Isa Korombe was the king. Yeah, so that's where my people are from, Birni, Lady Birni. And from what I heard from Ali Farkature, Fulbe Birni, they come from Oro. Bubu Ardagalo. Bubu Ardagalo is one of the heroes, I guess, originally from Mali. So the Birni Fulbe are related to him. And the common thing they have is that Fulbe Birni, they are very, 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 they are very fierce. They like to fight, man. Fulbe Birni, they love to fight. They love to fight. They always fight in Birni, you know? So anyways, let me move back on the other side. So I was talking about the three reasons why our language is disappearing. The second one is the fact that us, the Warbe, the Warbe, the guys, a lot of times, especially in big city, when we get married, we marry to other girls that are not Fulbe. Because for us, Fulbe, Debo Laden, they're not civilized. Ils sont pas civilisés, you know? They don't know much, they don't know technology, they're not civilized. So we tend to marry Rebe that are not Fulbe. And what that does is when we have kids, our kid will automatically pick the language of their mother, which may be Hausa or Zerma or something else, or Gurmani or Kanuri or I don't know, Buzu. I don't know, but it's not Fulfulde because kids just speak their mother's language. And I am a victim. I am myself guilty. I'm guilty about that. You know, so that's strike number two. The first one is when they have a, they marry the Fulbe and they tell the Fulbe wife not to speak Fulfulde to the kid. And people who are gonna hate me saying this, I have example because I have sisters who are married to Habe. The husbands are either Hausa or Zerma or Maori or something else. It's okay, but don't force your wife to not speak her own language in her own home. That I think is really fundamentally awful, you know. And if the kids speak both languages, because they can all the Zerma they're going to learn anyway, because the whole in Yamai everybody speaks Zabarma and Zerma, you know. Your family originally from Mali too. Yes, I told you, Masina. Sise are from Mali. Yes, Sise, Sidibe, those are Mali. Mali. Yeah, Mali is born full bit. You know? What was I gonna say? So so that's not strike number two. The number three, the third reason our language is disappearing is because when we travel, say in Delhi and Jehi Lady Janandi, when we travel, we go to a different country, we end up we easily assimilate to the local culture, right? So you will see a Fulani guy in France, you'll think he's French. He speaks French parfaitement le français. Parfaitement. You see a Pullo. I'm sorry, man, my voice, I need water. I've been talking all day. You see a Pullo in New York City. This Pullo from New York City, he speaks English. You can't even say that you can't even tell that he's from Guinea. Even though I have to give it to the Guinean guys, they tend to speak their own language to their kids, so that's awesome. You know, so Fulbe easily assimilate and they take over another culture. I have some of that. You know, like in my behavior, in my, my outfit, I'm fully assimilated. But in my head, I'm not. Wallahi, in my head, if you go in there, you dig in there, you're gonna find pullo. Pullo no jodi, pullo duro no jodi, no jogi sauru. No adi chatorgal, or andi chatorgal. Do you guys know what chatorgal is? Chatorgal is like a comb, peng. Pullo, full, you used to have a lot of hair, and they put the chatorgal in the hair, and they have the sauru, and they have the joloru, diam. They have a gourd of water, and sometimes they have a radio, a cassette player, and they play Jimmy Fulbe. So if you go inside my head, inside, that's what you're gonna find, majority. On the outside, I can look like anything, but on the inside, I swear to God, I am Pullo. So that's the third reason why Fulbe uh, on Julia Jam, min Julia Jam Umar Abubakar min Julia Jam acho hake Jafodon. Mese Sise acho hake Jafodon also. Sise, I will be in I'll be in Virginia next week. So if you want to come and, I don't know, go for a coffee, I'll be in Virginia. I don't know if it's far from you. Maybe we can meet in DC for a day, or for like an hour or something. Or maybe we can do a video. But I will be in DC for 1 week. I'll be in DC area. I'll be in Virginia, Reston, Virginia, but that's like I guess an hour from DC. So I can just join you there, and we can, talk and maybe do a video if you like to. Anyway, that would be cool. Yeah, it's not far. Do you live in Silver Spring? Nat Beloved, you want to learn the language, you need to commit to learn it. Yes, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Listen, man, there's nothing worse than you not knowing where you come from. But we are lucky now that we have DNA, scientific proof that can pinpoint to where more than 50% you come from this region. So you can tell that you are Pullo, or you are, what do you call that, Bambara, or you're Wolof, or you're something, Yoruba. So the technology is there, but we have to also do our part, and this is not only the non-speakers. Even if you speak Fulfulde already, you have to make sure you don't forget it, because if you don't use it, you'll forget it. So halta Fulfulde for I get on Fulfulde. Like for me, I've been in America almost 20 years, man. I mean, more than 20 years, but I left and then came back. But I've been in America since 2001. So sometimes my default thinking, I think in English. I don't even think in Fulfulde sometimes. And that's kind of scary. And when I go back home to Niger, sometimes when I speak, people will laugh. They say, oh, your accent is different or something. Or mostly if I speak to people who are in France, they say, oh, you have American accent. And I know I don't have American accent because, in America, people can tell me you have an accent. So what accent do I have? I don't know. But on both sides, we all guilty of that. So Nat, is it Nat or Nate? I don't know. Nat, I think it's Nat B Love. What a nice name. You have love in your name. That's awesome. So absolutely, you should do research. You should know your people. You should know your roots. You should visit. You should go to Africa. I would say go to Senegal. Go to Ghana. There's food everywhere, man, in Africa, and that's a good thing. You can just choose somewhere nice and safe. I would like to say go to Niger, but right now Niger is it's not the safest place in West Africa, unfortunately. Unfortunately, since the problem with Libya, I mean that whole region is a mess, you know. So the one advice I can tell you, which I think you already have, is just be curious, man. Just be curious. If you're curious, you're gonna know, right? Like again, like Ampadeba said, if you know that you don't know, you would know. But if you don't know that you don't know, you would never know. So just be curious and learn about your culture and find something that you like about the culture and follow that. Like let's say you like the music. If you like the music, you can learn through the music. For me, I don't know, 25 years ago, I really didn't speak any English. I mean, I can even say when I came to America, I didn't speak English. I mean, in Niger, in high school, you learn English, but that's not really speaking English, right? So I learned this language that I'm speaking somewhat fluently, I don't know, within the last 20 years. But what made me curious about America is is first the culture, uh, the sport, to be specific, and the music. Those two things made me want to learn more about America, about English, and learn English. Chevy Chase, oh wow, Chevy Chase is cool. I used to look for an apartment there because I lived in Virginia also. I lived in Falls Church in 2016 for 1 year, and at that time we looked for an apartment in Chevy Chase. So I have an idea where that is. I have an idea where Chevy Chase is. So yeah, if you have time, or if you want to, we can meet up for coffee, and take pictures. And that's it. We don't have to do a video. We don't have to talk for full day. We can meet up. Uh, and if you have two layari, if you have the meat from the layari, just bring me two pieces. I'll make tea and just eat it with tea. Um, my parents speak more Zerma and French. Of course, c'est la bourgeoisie. When you when you are educated in Africa, I have a lot of friends like that. When you're educated in Africa, you like to speak French to your kids because you think that, okay, that's the language of employment. It guarantees the future. It guarantees employment, and so you talk to your kids only in French. I've seen so much of that, especially recently, and with the advance of technology and a satellite TV, a lot of people in Africa they watch Canal France, la France, mais c'est la France, mais c'est bon, tu vois non? Donc voilà. So the parents will speak French because they want you to learn French so that you can navigate the education system, the French education system, rather easily, rather easily. And I cannot blame them for that because it's good to learn another language. Because if you know somebody's language, you can conquer them. All right, and that's what the colonizers did when they came to Africa. They came there, they learning to speak Fulfulde, they learning to speak Bambara, they learning to speak Wolof, and they become friends with the locals, and they get the secret of the societies. And then they go back and write. And you can Google this, man. You can Google René Caillé. René Caillé was one of the early explorers who explored, went on what they call that. There's a word for that. Went on what they call those exploration trips to Africa. There's a lot of Portuguese explorers also. Mungo Park. I think Mungo Park may be Portuguese or British. I don't know. And then Voulet and Chanoine. Voulet and Chanoine also explorers that came there. But actually, Voulet and Chanoine came with guns. So they really came to explore. They came and just invade and kill and burn everything. The most horrible human being ever created is some of those white folks from the 1800s, man. They're evil, 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 evil. I say that, I mean it, and I take responsibility of it. They're very mean. How can you go somewhere and just kill everybody and then put your flag there and say, okay, this is mine? It's horrible. But it's still happening even now. But yes, he says, so Zerma, maybe your parents grew up in Niamey, that's why they speak Zerma. And then they speak to you in French because c'est la bourgeoisie. Hein? Il faut que l'enfant il parle le français parce que le français c'est la langue officielle du Niger. Voilà quoi. Donc et pourquoi pas? Hein? Faut pas que l'enfant il grandit et que son français c'est un français du villageois. Et donc voilà quoi. I'm just trying to make you laugh here. I'm just trying to make you laugh here. But let me know if you have a question. And not be just keep doing your thing, keep being curious, because curiosity brings sparkle research, and research brings knowledge, and knowledge is what we're looking for, so yeah, if you guys have a question, let me know, because I don't know. I can talk about anything, literally anything, from video production to herding cows, to what else? Traveling all over the planet, really. I'm from Africa, I've been to Europe, I've been to Asia, I've been to Sri Lanka, I've been to the Middle East, and I've been living in United States of America land of freedom of the brave. I always have to say that with irony, of course. Yes, yes, absolutely. I like to share my knowledge because if I don't share it, I'm gonna one day die with it. And I wish that a lot of people who knew a lot in uh, in uh, in traditional Africa, they shared their knowledge before they died. I was listening to Ali Farka Toure. I'm sure you guys know Ali Farka Toure, and if you don't know, you can Google him. He's this renowned singer from Mali. He actually won a Grammys for doing amazing music. And he was talking about Modi Bambado. I think it's Modi Bambado. Modi Bambado was this griot storyteller in Mali. All right, and Modi Bambado. This is the 70s. No, actually, he said the 60s. In the 60s, Modi Bambado, this griot, he has this one string guitar, jarka. They call it jarka in Mali. In Niger, we call it goje. I think it's goje or molo. One of those words is for jarka. And he said, this Modi Bambado, when he's playing the guitar, sometimes he just let it play itself. He just throw it. He say, play this tune. The guitar just play itself, right? And then he's singing. And he said, this man died with his knowledge. He didn't share this with anybody, right? Like all this technology that we see today, like the AI, artificial intelligence. We had artificial intelligence before artificial intelligence is here because we have supernatural powers in Africa. We had powers to do things, to do miracle. It's not only artificial, it's like supernatural, you know. But my point is, a lot of people when they died, they just went with that. They didn't share that knowledge. There were people in Africa, even today, when you take a gun and you shoot them, nothing happened. Just powder, nothing happened. You know. So so to say that, uh, yeah, why am I saying that? I'm saying that because Nat B Love said, "Thea, thank you for sharing my stories and sharing my knowledge." Yeah, I'm just sharing my knowledge. My knowledge is like that little bird, the colibri bird. You know the colibri bird, Nat B, Nat B. You know that bird. Um, so here's the story of the colibri bird. There's a forest that took fire, a huge fire in the forest. Why, when all the animals all over the place are running away from the fire and like trying to seek refuge and hide somewhere. This little tiny bird, what he did is he flew to the ocean, he put his beak in the water, he picked water with his little beak, and he come and he pours it on the fires, right? And mind you, this is a little tiny bird, and this is a huge fire in the forest. And the other animals and the other bird, they tell the colibri, they say, "What the hell are you doing, man? You think you can put out this fire with that little drop of water you're putting in it?" The bird looked at them and said, "Hey, man, I'm just doing my part. Why don't you just do your part instead of judging me?" So a lot of time I get people, some people even say I don't speak Fulfulde. I mean, I think it was a guy, he's from Senegal and he live in Indiana. He said, I don't speak Fulfulde. And I have to tell him, yes, I don't speak your Fulfulde, but I speak my Fulfulde. And just because I don't speak your Fulfulde doesn't mean that I don't speak Fulfulde. Because Fulfulde is not only yours, Fulfulde is big, it's huge. I mean, you go from Senegal to Central Africa, you can see a different version of Fulfulde, but at the end of the day, it's all Fulfulde. Allah Jam, Aisha Umar. Aisha Umar, Allah Jam, man, thank you for checking out the live thing I'm doing. Yeah, man. So we just have to do your part. If every person does their part, man, we good, man. The Fulbe will be good. The Fulbe will be good. We just gotta do our part. So I don't know all the Fulfulde, and that's why I ask questions. Because again, Amadou Hampate Ba, I don't know if you know, if you don't know, I don't know if you know Amadou Hampate Ba or not. He's this very, very philosopher, writer, eminent writer, prolific writer of the time of during the colonization until the independence, until the 90s. I mean, this guy lived 91 years old. He lived 91 years old. and he wrote extensively about the Fulbe culture. So Amadou Ampateba said, le curieux peut être agaçant, mais il mourra jamais ignorant. I'm going to translate in English. The curious mind, the inquisitive person, can be so annoying, but nonetheless, he will not die an ignorant. So he could be annoying as hell, and I know people who are really annoying in their lives like that. But they are one of the smartest people I ever met. But they annoy the hell out of you, you know. So if you have that curious mindset, you will know. You will know. You will annoy people. You will poke people, but you at the end of the day, you will know. you know. Uh, be love, not be love. You're laughing. I don't know what you're laughing, but it's awesome because I forgot what I said. Apollo Toy. Aisha Umar, Anne Apollo Toy. How about you? You guess about me Pulo Toy. Can you guess me Pulo Toy? And I'm sure you're gonna get it wrong because nobody can guess where I'm from because that's the other thing. Fulbe are very shy sometimes. Fulbe knows a lot. They know. Pullo to gida, pullo no andi. Pullo no wodi ilmi, pullo no wodi hakillo. But Pullo are very shy because they have that pulaku, the pride of being Pullo. Pulaku is it's an exciting thing, but it's also a curse at the same time because Pulaku is one of the things that tell you don't do this and don't do that. You know, Pulaku tells you to shut up if you don't have something to say. Pulaku tell you to be so proud of yourself that when you have something to say, sometimes you have to think about how people are gonna see it before you say it. You know. So Aisha Umar, are you Pulo Sudan? Your name sounds like you're from Sudan, but you could be from anywhere. And I'm just I know I have a lot of full Sudan watching me, and I love my Fulbe Sudan. And one of my great friends is Samia Bashir. Samia Bashir lives in England now. She's Pulo Sudan. She is amazing, amazing, amazing. One of the most beautiful human being I ever seen, inside out. You know, yeah. I'm laughing because you said the curious person can be annoying. I thought about sometimes I might have been annoying. Yes, curious people are so annoying, man. I have a friend, he's from Egypt. Man, I never seen somebody so annoying like this guy. But at the end of the day, he's a CFA, like a sort, chartered financial. What do you call that? CFA. It's like a financial certification that he has, like a prestigious certification, like all the Series 6 and Series 7 he has. He's very smart. He's very smart, but he's very annoying. He's almost bipolar. Pulo Nigeria from Adamawa State. Man, I have a lot of friends, a lot of fans and followers and friends and bandirate from Adamawa State. Financial advisor, exactly. Is anybody there?